A spearing jab. A southpaw cross. A cannonball uppercut. A shifting overhand. Elbow. Knee.
Flying knee lands.
And crushing roundhouse kicks.
It just takes the...
It took the French heavyweight Ciryl Gane 4 years to go from MMA novice to now a #1 UFC title contender. Extraordinary mobility, athleticism, and fight IQ. That's hardly a set of attributes you see often in a 250-pound man. Today we present a breakdown of the one they call Bon Gamin, the good kid, who embodies the famous Muhammed Ali approach. Floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee.
Keeps attacking that body.
Ciryl has been engaged in sports since childhood, inheriting a knack for soccer from his father, who used to play semi-professionally. Height and explosivity predetermined the youngster's success in basketball. However, a career in prize fighting was never on the table. 24-year-old Gane got his feet wet in 2014, coming to practice Thai boxing with a friend. Less than a year later, he was smoking guys in the ring. Cyryl's outstanding abilities were especially pronounced in the clinch. In 2018, the unbeaten Frenchman hits the MMA scene on the advice of his coach, Fernand Lopez. Switching styles from a clinching ace to a long-range virtuoso, he effortlessly ascended to the pinnacle of the UFC.
Oh man, that one landed too.
That is it! France is the UFC champion!
Ciryl possesses a full Thai boxing arsenal on the feet. But his MMA game is based around a long jab.
Literally just outclassed him.
The impressive reach of 81 inches allows Gane to establish his preferred range.
Francis just can't load up.
The southpaw jab also keeps foes on their toes and diversifies the Frenchman's distance work.
Oh, nice.
Up the wounds here.
Look at that jab, though.
When sharpshooting with the lead hand starts to take its toll, Bon Gamin looks to follow up.
Yeah, Gane's starting to get confident.
Yeah, there's an uppercut from...
A kick off the jab is great.
We've seen Rosen.
An uppercut? Even better.
Oh, nice uppercut.
Good for him. Oh, that uppercut landed.
Howbeit, Cyryl's weapon of choice is the beloved 1-2.
You just... Oh! Whoa! Jab, 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 cross. Simple.
Still, it's the feints that give Gane's style that majestic look, and the Frenchman's toolbox of confusing tricks is endless. He starts off drawing defensive reactions. When enemies get completely confused, Ciryl capitalizes on their mistakes. Having damaged Lewis's lead leg quite badly, Ciryl sets up a trap. He gives a hip feint and looks down, selling Derek a low kick. A response is triggered, and an overhand follows.
Turned his foot out on that one, now the right hand lands.
A little later, Gane uses the same decoy to obstruct the opponent's vision.
Well, for a big guy.
It really is a sight to behold.
A prominent element in Bon Gamin's arsenal is the overhand right, which he launches on a sweeping trajectory. The Frenchman is prepared to intercept the adversary with a loaded-up backhand, or brutally clatter him from far away.
Holy, this?
From southpaw, he prefers the cross. That works like a clock inside a combination.
Oh.
The lead hook serves as a go-to counter, powerful enough to stun any heavyweight.
Oh, big right hook.
Yep. Fully committed knees. Daichko goes down.
Even the bulletproof Ngannou.
Here, right hand over the top.
Here we go.
Against a dangerous puncher tied to Ivasa, Gane's plan was to unleash kicks to all levels.
It is a beautiful job.
Oh, gee whiz. That was beautiful.
Especially to the body.
Plan is just going to stick with it and keep going back there. Oh!
Unusually quick for his size, the Australian managed to land the big right.
Reckless, make mistakes.
Ciryl somehow recovered and inflicted midsection terror.
Both men.
Big knee to the body.
Tai was nearly done.
I think that one bothered him. At the midriff.
I can't take too many more.
He's going to fold him up.
And rushed in for a last resort storm.
He keeps attacking that body.
Provoking the foe with a jab, Gane springs back. By sidestepping with the right foot, Ciryl evades the blow, creates an opening for an uppercut, and closes the show with a nasty flurry. Thanks to his striking background, Cyryl's defense in that department is second to none. When it comes to dishing out, the Frenchman's knees and elbows are the most lethal assets by far. As soon as he breaks into the clinch, the opponent's torso will certainly be bombarded with knees.
He's hurt. He's fighting, but he is.
However, Bongama can also soar into the air with a flying bomb.
Those are covered up again.
A lot of eyes have been jumping switching.
Reaction-based intercepting missiles are handy too.
Pocket with Gane. Connecting on some shots. That's both men.
Big knee to the body.
The Frenchman is a real-life executioner with elbows. Having closed down the counterpart, he's at the ready to blow the head off with a single, deadly strike.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he that might be it.
Ciryl Gane flattens Junior Dos Santos. 7-0 for Ciryl Gane.
In the clinch, Ciryl is particularly dangerous with spinning attacks.
Oh! There's that spinning elbow.
He looks way bigger.
Gane can enter with an elbow even from long range.
Lead him with an elbow.
Threatening the midsection, Ciryl fakes a body kick with a slight hip motion. Then Lewis covers the liver, but opens up the head on the other side. The Frenchman steps in closer and unleashes an elbow.
Leg strikes. Lead him with an elbow there, just missed.
Another aspect that makes Gane unique for the weight class is his footwork. Soccer and basketball gave him the ability to seamlessly switch stances in the heat of battle and fire from all sorts of angles.
Clean.
Crazy! What is happening here? Oh, man! Show's on.
With that in mind, it only seems logical for the Frenchman to choose a counter-striking fighting approach. Reading his movement in the middle of a combination is really challenging.
Counterattack.
Should the other guy take a risky move, he will be met with a volley of shots.
A win stare from lovely counter work.
Although, when things get out of hand, Bongama isn't shy to retreat.
Let those hands go.
Here, Lewis tries to take the outside foot. The goal is to stop Ciryl moving away from danger and line him up for a huge right hand. But Gane reads the situation perfectly and flees along the only safe path. Being an experienced cage general, he immediately takes the center. If necessary, the Frenchman bounces away from opponents with cat-like dexterity, nullifying their attack momentum.
About like maniacs.
When Gane decides to dart in with a haymaker overhand, he changes stance and shifts to the open side unscathed. Head movement and footwork mid-exchange are top-notch.
Well, the big difference.
Ciryl uses intelligent pressure to set up the rhythm of the fight. Getting his man trapped by the fence, he starts to open up much more willingly.
Spinning back fist into the double fist.
Long-range kicks force enemies to move backwards.
Is it just me or is Gane slowing down?
Multi-layer tricks help to set up shifting attacks that bring Gane the best results. He throws to the midsection first, then shows a hip feint, forcing the adversary to defend the rib cage, shifting to orthodox, Bongama imitates a threat with his left hand. Manually removing the rival's guard, he launches a right.
Down there and let him come in and look for the counter shot. Oh!
Gane is shockingly flexible for a 6'4" giant. Such an extraordinary attribute allows him to launch kicks that are rarely used at heavyweight. A John Jones-style sidekick to the knee helps to keep opposition well away.
I think
the sidekick to the torso performs the same function. The Frenchman also makes great use of front kicks.
That one bothered him. At the midriff.
Take too many more.
To snipe at different targets.
A lot of work here. A lot of work. Oh! Front kick to the face.
Gane's roundhouse kicks fly from both stances and to all levels.
It certainly goes to Rose's stroke.
Chopping low kicks in a same stance matchup bring pain and suffering to unaccustomed heavyweights. If the other guy gets front foot heavy to load up a jab, Ciryl will punish him immediately. But even when the stances are mirrored, Bongama will not leave the lower extremities unattended. He mostly uses middle kicks from southpaw to blast the liver. In classic Crow Cop fashion, the Frenchman will fire away at the body until the enemy drops the backhand, opening up the high kick.
He just takes the...
Gane is able to land to the dome with incredible ease. Ciryl sets up attacks with his legs step by step. After landing a 1-2 on Lewis, he immediately fakes a jab. In order to get Derek's arms up, the low kick blows the Black Beast's defenseless leg. Now that Lewis doesn't know what to expect, the jab finds its way home. As previously mentioned, Gane's smooth head first started shining in the Thai boxing ring. Naturally, he is excellent with sweeps and trips.
At a combined record of 15-1.
They are just as valuable in his MMA game. That's also where the Frenchman's wrestling awareness originates from. Accidentally allowing Lewis to catch a kick, Ciryl turned away to avoid the cracking right. Instant return to position saved him from another blow. Having inserted the underhook, Gane changes the angle and throws the Black Beast by. No matter the athleticism, kicking so often puts him at risk of getting his leg caught. Cyryl's takedown defense by the fence has its flaws too.
Cyryl's looking for that Kimura again.
As he regularly allowed Ngannou to clasp hands and secure easy takedowns.
Face him now, friends, can take him backwards.
When wrestling offensively, the Frenchman is successful with level changes. Even without specific preparation, he is able to put down striking specialists.
There on the fence, Travis Brown style.
The element of surprise plays an important role. Counter sweeps are also often in the arsenal.
Oh, look at that. I mean, like the jiu-jitsu guy. Wow. The problem for Gane is that... Oh, look at that. There's the tap.
Cyryl's toolbox includes various submissions. Should the counterpart lose composure for a split second, either pain or suffocation will get the tap. Nevertheless, Gane prefers to enter the ground battle as a hammer, when the shell-shocked enemy starts resembling an anvil. In that case, there's often no point in hunting subs, and Ciryl is perfectly happy to close the show with ground and pound. When the rival is pinned to the cage wall, Gane displays exceptional positional awareness. Breaking into close quarters, Ciryl always looks to insert an underhook. In addition, he sticks his head into the opponent's chin for maximum control. Now it's all systems go. The Frenchman always has a trick up his sleeve. Faking a level change for a moment, Gane forces Lewis to grab onto the right overhook and lower the head. The decoy is followed by instant punishment with a reverse upward elbow. Seeing that the beast hasn't had enough, Ciryl adds one more for good measure.
Might have had 10 fights.
Despite his charming personality, the dynamic giant combines strength and dexterity at the same time. But what is most commendable is that Gane continues to learn faster than the coach can teach him.
It's not a joke.
That's gonna be it! Hammer fist! Oh, he gets the tap!
If you liked the video and want to see more fighter breakdowns, reverse elbow the like button, subscribe to the channel, and vote for sport.
He keeps attacking that body.